What is that? Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Yes, for this very interesting, informative, possibly troubling video about check light on the Harley Softails. Catch you inside. RevelatorAlf. Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below. Check out the website, RevelatorAlf.com. So in this video, I'm talking about if you're riding along and you see that light there. Basically, that's to check your engine. Like there's something going wrong with your bike that is not quite right. Now it can mean a whole host of issues, and what you need to do, you need to essentially take it to the dealer. They have to hook it up to their OBD reader, and then they have to read what the error code is. Now there has been a high incidence, let's say, of that engine check light coming on repeatedly, especially after stage 1 upgrades for your Softail, your Sport Glide, whatever Softail you've got. And it kind of got me thinking, well, why is that? What is happening? So here's the bottom line of what potentially might be happening. So you've got a couple of issues. The O2 sensor, okay, the O2 sensor either might be faulty, or it's reading a parameter which the bike doesn't actually like, or it's not set up for. So that's why it's firing off that error code and your check engine light. The other issue, and this is possibly more credible than the O2 sensor just failing, but it could be an O2 sensor failing. It's actually in the mapping itself, and it's actually in the tuner itself. Whilst it isn't a particular error of the tuner and the mapping, it's actually the way it's set. What I've heard is that repeatedly owners have had to take their bike back to the Harley dealership to have it remapped until that check light doesn't come on anymore. And it's to do with the way the tuner is all set up. If they go for a standard map for a standard exhaust, for example, that's when it can happen. There's a bit of a mismatch. There's a mismatch if you don't do the air filter, you just do the the exhaust. There's a difference if you do a full exhaust system or if you only do the muffler. All this kind of stuff. So it really depends what sort of work you've had done, what sort of stage work you've had done, and if that affects the O2 sensor reading, if that affects the O2 sensor, or if it affects the tuner as well, and then effectively how the bike is registering that. Interestingly, again, not great reports from Harley dealerships who don't seem to have grasped what this issue was initially. I think possibly they have now, but certainly something that if you're going to do a stage 1 or any performance upgrade, or you get a check engine light, I should say there, then possibly you need to start thinking down these lines and say, well, have I done anything to my bike? Is there anything different? That kind of thing. If it is, if you have done a stage 1, then it's possibly something to do with that, something to do with the tuner or the O2 sensor. If you haven't done anything with your bike, then it could be a whole host of other issues. You need to get the error code. You need to see exactly what that is. Right, well, hope you found that useful at least. I certainly found it interesting. I think it was really interesting that initially there was a lot of apathy from a lot of Harley dealerships in tackling this issue. I read reports where owners were taking their Softails into dealerships with this issue. The dealership say, yep, it's all fine, we sorted it out. They'd not even ridden it, 50 yards, 100 yards, a mile down the road, the check light came on. Reports of riders or owners taking their bikes back in 4, 5, 6 times until eventually they found out what the issue was. So look, this is a known issue. It'd be interesting to see if this is still going on. So if you've got Harley Softail and you've had a stage 1 upgrade or any kind of change to the exhaust system or air filter, let me know if you've had this check engine light come on. Also, if you haven't, And possibly this is something that if you are going to consider doing the stage 1, before you do, go into the dealership or whoever's going to do your work and make sure they understand that is this going to be an issue, and they need to map it correctly so you don't get that problem again. Anyway, hope you found that useful, point of discussion at least, and certainly something for, dealerships to, and all technicians, all mechanics, whether, professional or home mechanics, to be aware of as well. Right, well, catch you on the next video, whenever that is. Please like, share, subscribe, leave loads of comments below, and check out that website as well. All right, ta-da now.
RevelatorAlf.